one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be caught by the rookie, Josh Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blaster.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2nd and 8. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 38.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a give running left is Eckler. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Chargers 14, Chiefs 0. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. It's complete to Cook. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Able to power through and able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Chiefs 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there.
It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A big play there for L.A. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Cook. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On the give, this is Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Herbert now. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second down and goal. Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They're going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. Trying to improvise. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. 49, guys. Mike.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And some room to maneuver. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Eckler. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
On second and goal, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on third and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chiefs 14. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 27. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On the move to his left. That's into the hands of Fortson. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes steps away to his left. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Once more, here's Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. Here's Ty Long now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I think you could make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Charger drive about to get going. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Palmer. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though. In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one. Is that what they say? There it is. Put a little sand down on the stage. I'll take your word for it, my man. Eluding the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
Touchdown, Chargers! Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Dustin Hopkins is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's beginning to look like a second straight loss following the win in the opener as they trail by a bunch here in the fourth quarter, starting out this drive 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Escapes the defender. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
19 yards. That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Got nothing today. You got nothing. 44, Mike, 44.
One final try for Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. It's up and it's good, so that'll mean the final deficit will tally out at 10. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So, for the Chargers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.